call the meeting to order.
The recording's been on pause, we're just going live with YouTube right now.
Will we see anything here?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna just be done with you guys. Although the lighting sucks.
So do we have anybody that's attending?
You are live. They are attending virtually. We have Andrew Edlin, Jordan Payne, Mike Richards, all three of them are from the Mad City Liquor.
Oh.
Mid City Windows.
Windows.
Liquor.
Oh. Okay,
Hi.
All right, you guys are live.
all right.
All right, call the meeting to order of the License Committee, April 22nd, 2021. Roll call, Kirkowski here.
Dukenyak here.
Gill's here. Next order of business is approval of minutes.
Through the
January 28th, 2021.
Gill most approved.
Dukenyak second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
There's no opposed. All right, good stuff.
All right, item number 4 is the transient merchant seller application submitted by Jordan Kane. Jordan Kane works for Man City Windows. You do have a copy of his application and his background investigation, as well as Attorney Carl's recommendation and review. Please be aware that Mr. Kane does appear to have a lengthy background investigation. However, many of those items are dismissed. And of those items, the state or the code says there's only 3 instances in which we may refuse a transient merchant. One is the application contains material omission or inaccurate statements. 2, complaints regarding this applicant, we have not received those, so that does not apply. And number 3, he failed to present the required documentation as required. That also does not apply. So the only thing that you would be able to review his background investigation in compliance with would be item number 1. Further, Attorney Carl says that he does appear to have admitted the conviction for endangering safety and armed with a controlled substance in blood, but he did list possession with intent, CCW, possession, all of which those did appear on his police record. So while the application may be denied because of an omission, it does appear per Attorney Carl's that he did try to disclose those convictions. So I understand that the applicant, along with 2 employees are online, and the floor is the License Committee.
This is Steve Kirkowski, the chairperson of the committee. It doesn't, I guess I don't really matter who speaks, but we just want to obviously get some information as to how Jordan is doing both at work, and maybe Jordan can talk about his personal life, how things have been going and stuff like that. It's a little tougher when you're not in person, but we're going to give it a whirl here. So who would like to speak first?
When it comes time to speak, please use the raise hand function in Zoom, and then we can unmute the speaker. Mike Richards, you've been unmuted. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I am his canvassing manager for the New Berlin office. Since he's been working with me, he's been a very model employee. He comes to work, he works very hard. He's very respectful at every homeowner that he touches base with. And he's been very profitable, not for our company, not just for our company, but just for himself in general. He's got a young child on the way, and he's done his best to change his life around. We hope you don't judge him by his past, because he did serve time for what he did do. We hope you just give him a chance moving forward.
How long has he been an employee?
So we just started this division up in January. He's been with me since February. So I know it hasn't been a long time, but since he's been with me, he's been one of my best employees that I have.
Anybody else?
Alderman Dukenyak and Krista, you may be able to answer this. I'm looking on the activity detail. The very last entry is on December 9th of 2019,
Mhm.
possessed with intent to deliver. And then next to that, it says confined custody sentence, prison 5 years. Can you explain that a bit better, please?
So Mike, Jordan, Andrew, I'm not certain as to this. The last item on Mr. Kane's background investigation does say that he has a possessed with intent to deliver heroin conviction and that he had a prison sentence of 5 years. Obviously, he's here today or out in the workforce, so he did not do that. From what I understand from our police department, they had said it was probably a situation because of COVID. They were releasing a lot of non-violent offenders, and if he met the criteria of being a model prisoner, he was most likely allowed to exit prison early. And I don't know if you can confirm or deny that situation. I'm not certain.
Can you provide us a bit more detail on that?
Sure. From what I know, it was due to COVID that he was able to be released early. And so moving forward, I did ask him before we signed up for the permit, because I have gone through this process before, what he all did. And I explained to him that you need to be completely honest and forthright because that's what they're looking for. And I also explained, as long as you did not break into somebody's house or cause battery or domestic violence, that's really what they're looking for moving forward in regards to trusting that you can go door to door.
Okay, it's so in lieu of his being imprisoned, I mean, are there conditions he has to meet? I mean, and anything that we as a municipality would have to be concerned with? Would he have to check in with our police department?
Is he on papers?
Right, when he begins work in our community. So is there additional detail on that?
Jordan, do you want to speak up for yourself on that? Because I don't have the correct answer.
Is that Andrew?
Jordan.
Jordan? Jordan, you've been allowed to talk. You need to unmute yourself.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
We hear you, Jordan.
Could you just kind of ask me that one more time, because I didn't kind of hear everything?
Sure. I mean, do you have any reporting responsibilities when you come into our community? Do you have to check in with the police department before you conduct business in our community? You know, are there terms and conditions that you have to follow in lieu of being released from your imprisonment?
No.
Okay. Are you on parole?
Yeah, right now I'm on extended supervision. So I have a few more months on extended supervision. After that, I will be pretty much done with everything.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan, this is Alderman Kirkowski. So you were released and then you're on extended supervision. When, let me go backtrack. When were you released from state prison?
The past Father's Day. So I believe that is June of
2020. And you've been on extended supervision since then. And that term of supervision is what, a year, a year and a half? What did they tell you?
Yes, about a year and a half. I've been doing really well. Pretty much I've had no violations or anything whatsoever. I was released from prison early because of that too. I was a model citizen there. I completed a bunch of programs. And from there, pretty much my probation officer, he's looking towards getting me released sooner than that, actually, because of how well I'm doing now. I maintain employment. I'm getting to get a little better at the position itself. I'm learning from the position. I'm actually starting to better myself with patients and everything, dealing with the aspect of actually going from door to door
That's
everywhere.
confirming this.
And yeah, I do understand that
Could have.
I do have a past and I may have not made the best choices, but going forth, I'm working to make better choices in my life. I do have a child on the way now, which I never had, those feelings of having that responsibility before. I know that now I do have to be a role model and, just, show my child the right way to, go about life and everything. And I do know, once again, I'm not saying that I did make mistakes. I did make mistakes and I did serve time for them. But I was just hoping that I would be given the opportunity to kind of, go forward and working in the right direction with everything. And
I just wanted to dial it back. I understand the concern for that conviction. Again, the only reason we can deny at this point is for material omission. He disclosed that.
Okay.
Well,
So-
on my application, I actually noted that if you wanted to check CCAP for like my full background, if I actually forgot anything or missed anything, I wrote that on there.
It's not actually on your application, Jordan, that's not listed, but again, it was included, it doesn't matter, that's not the problem. I will tell you this though, it's not our responsibility to check CCAP. You need to disclose everything. The only thing you did not disclose is the endangering safety and armed with a controlled substance. But our attorney had said, it does appear as if you tried to disclose those things. So I'm just directing our license committee on the law and what they can either deny you for or not. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Thank you.
Danny, got anything?
No, I'm good.
I'm good with, I don't have
Yeah,
anything.
I mean,
They don't go along with the city attorney.
I'm not.
Or work along with her guidelines, so
yeah,
sure.
I mean, if he's, his parole officer will take care of business if other things are going on.
Right.
So-
Right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We're good, Jordan, thanks.
Jordan, just know, if there are, if we do start to receive any complaints or anything, obviously there would be some remediation that we could go for there, but, it looks like the license committee is going to make a recommendation at this point.
Anybody
Okay,
wanna make
Thank you so much.
Well, it's not approved yet, so just hold your horses.
all right.
Okay.
All right, Gail moved to approve the transient merchant seller application submitted by Jordan Kane, 3525 North 104th Street, Milwaukee.
Dukenyak second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No opposed.
Okay, so Jordan, what will happen, Mike, Andrew, first of all, thank you for appearing even phonetically, that helps a lot. What we will do is we will present this at the next common council meeting for formal adoption, and then the very next day, the license would be approved or be issued, providing that the council approved it. I don't foresee any issues, but, I would call you that very next day if there are issues. Our next meeting is not until May 4th. But, that's where we stand. And then, Mike, since I have you on the phone, I still do have yours and I think it's Matt's licenses here. So I don't know if you want me to just eventually mail them out to you or if you want to still come in and get those.
I can come in and get those
Okay.
moving forward. I can wait till after the next council meeting.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I can, yeah, and I'll have them all grouped together.
Because I know they're good for a year, so
They're good through the end of this year.
to the end of the year. Okay.
Yes.
Appreciate you
Okay.
clarifying that. Yep, absolutely.
All right. Do you have any other questions? Otherwise, you guys are pretty done.
No, I appreciate everything.
And then Mike, before you actually hang up, I just want to reaffirm, Isaac is no longer with the or with your organization and his application is being withdrawn.
That is confirmed.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Bye now.
All right. Sorry
So
about
is
my
there-
guys.
No, it's okay.
So is there anybody logged in right now?
Jordan's still logged in.
Okay,
Nope, he's gone.
so nobody?
So we're just the only three here?
Correct.
Okay. It stinks, I know, but that's the statutes.
What? Oh, no. I understand what the limitations are. But sometimes it, when he says pretty much, I've been pretty
It's
much,
very vague.
right?
Right,
I've
you
pretty
almost
much been okay or whatever, then you pretty much want to look at CCAP and see exactly what his supervision restrictions are. Because it will list that in there. His sentencing or his release, his guidelines or what he can and can't do and, okay.
Well, and I had asked Steve while Jordan was speaking that, we could get some reports from his parole
Yeah, but I
officer,
don't know that
but
we
we
can,
can't, right, and then you brought up, Krista, that
that's not the.
doesn't have any bearing with our decision, right?
Right, that's not the
Okay,
offense that was in
right,
question.
You're right.
Unfortunately, it's just,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of,
Well,
the only good thing is, hopefully if there are any issues,
let's keep
we
our
do
fingers
have
crossed. Yep.
grounds that we just revoke that license.
Okay.
But hopefully,
Hope-
I was gonna ask too, and
our wish is that this.
that, I know he has other licenses in other municipalities. And I was gonna ask him that, I completely forgot, but I know that they had said, would it help if we told you what other licenses he has been approved? And I'm like, no, we do ours based on us.
Right.
right.
You may have some explaining to do then at the council meeting. I'm
They
sure
might not even.
if somebody, if our colleagues take the time to review,
Typically,
to review the
ones that take
record.
Timer in this room.
You've heard my statement many times. It'll be probably no different.
right, yeah, you're right.
You almost don't wanna draw any attention.
Yeah.
Right, but when I saw that thing, I had concerns.
Right. I thought so too. I thought this was gonna go a lot deeper. That's why I'm like, holy God,
Okay,
this was the better of the two. Yeah, so anyway, item number 5, transient merchant. We do have to take action on it, but actually it's just to accept the withdrawal.
okay.
So
Right.
you heard that Mike said that he no longer is employed.
All right, Gail move then to accept withdrawal of the transient merchant seller application submitted by Isaac Gentile.
Dukniak second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No opposed. We're on to 6.
And the last item, early this year, look at this, boys. Renewal alcohol beverage license applications for the period starting July 1st, 21 through June 30th, 22. As submitted, here is the listing. You will see in red all the different final departmental and inspection approvals that are necessary. There are 2 only that owe fees at this time. So by state statute, we cannot require them to pay their fees in advance. We can only require them to pay the publication fee. And then we're caught trying to get those fees up until the last minute. I mean, Rich, you know this.
Yeah.
We had of 70, all of them except 2 applied by the deadline.
Southbound, I saw, is not on.
It's not on here?
Unless. I
The
missed
other
it,
thing is,
which was a,
they
big
did
surprise.
apply. It's my oversight.
okay.
Yeah, if they're not, oh, they're right here, southbound. It's right before the reserve class B heading on the very last page.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
West Fairfield, Cosmo, southbound, on the very, right here, Rich. See last page? Last page.
The last page,
Last page.
Fairfield, Cozumel.
Southbound.
Right above reserve class B combination.
Oh, right above. Oh, so there we go. Okay, got it. Next to Woodland.
What
Okay,
is ARAS?
Okay,
Okay, so IRUS,
and right, 8950 South 27th.
the
Street.
old Boots location.
Oh, I figured that. Okay.
Okay, so that was what I wanted to point out to you guys. There is a gentleman that is coming in. Initially, he was thinking restaurant, liquor store, high-end. It isn't allowed, well, I don't know, allowed location for those services. He wanted the Class B combination. I kept pushing him, because in order to have a Class B combination, you have to have that restaurant. What kind of restaurant are you having? How many people are you gonna have at that restaurant? What's the seating gonna be like? I wanna know, because he really was pushing having that restaurant and getting that license, and that was the last license that was available in that form. In the end, he bowed out of that, and he's just gonna be a
Oh, he
high-end
did.
liquor store and tobacco, cigars, high-end cigars. He is, I believe he owns 9 other establishments in Racine County or Kenosha County. If you go online and do an IRAS check,
Oh, yeah, there,
it is nice.
if you go
Who's this?
with 31 and 32 split,
Oh, Ira, okay, yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
they own the gas station.
Yeah.
If you go next door to Woodman's, they have the market,
Never heard of it.
not, excuse me, not Woodman's, Brospin's
Oh,
meat
yeah.
market.
Yeah.
They own like the food market right next door. That's why when I saw, the Ira's name is familiar, and I was wondering, what
Ira's is on Ryan, they have one on Ryan Road too. I
What
They have 9 of them. he
are
said.
they doing
Gas
at
station.
8950? Okay.
Where?
They're going to have, it's gonna be a liquor store, high-end,
I am, okay.
and tobacco.
You know, Andy's out there at 52.
It's Andy's, not Ira's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Andy.
Yeah.
No, Ira's again, right? It's a gas station?
Yeah, I know exactly
With
what
31
you're
and
talking
32
about.
split, yep.
So.
Just passed it this morning.
And he's gonna do this in the old Boots location?
Yes, he's purchasing
He
the
must-
old
oh,
location.
it's
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yes.
I hope the cigar smoke bothers the neighbors.
Oh, we go, buddy.
It'll waft
So you
into
see
it
Barbara?
and put the little kid to sleep.
My kids can't sleep because of cigar
The
smoke.
smoking is too
It
loud.
waffles into his
Yeah,
bedroom at
yeah, it'd
night.
be nice if they had a big nice smoky lounge
Okay.
outside.
Yeah, maybe we can, okay.
Recommend that,
Is there,
sir.
I will admit that I just got these this morning. Are there any other,
There's no other ones of note. There, obviously Pizza Man is no longer on it.
Right.
Otherwise, other than Ira's being brand new, there's no changes. It's status quo. We have.
Is Larry still holding a license or did he give it up?
They gave it up.
Krista, and what became of 27th and Rawson?
Nothing.
So, but their
They don't
license
have-
was no longer in,
They,
Enforced.
no,
So
Butch had
nobody
given
held
that
it.
up a long time
they had,
ago.
okay.
Right, there was a couple from like Mosquito area or something that were gonna come in and, they were gonna come in and have a new bar, restaurant.
So there's been no movement on
There's
that?
been no
Okay.
movement, that's been
Is
months.
there a license available for that?
That's what I was asking.
There's only a reserve license, so what had happened is Valentine came in to renew their license, and we do not go out to the public and say, hey, we have a regular license available. So it is their responsibility to come to us and ask us if there is one available, because I'm not gonna be the person, if you wanted one, and I didn't call you, but I called Rich, I'm not getting into that
Yeah,
fight.
that gets pretty.
That
sticky.
is not my fight, so our policy has always been, if you want the license, you need to call us and
Okay.
check in.
Which is good.
what,
We have had one since last July open and nobody has checked on it. And then another one came up, so we had 2 available. Valentine's came over, they had a beer and a wine only. And they said, when they were filling out their application, they're like, hey, do we got any regulars available yet? And I'm like, we do. And he's
Wow.
like, I want that license, so you will notice,
So you can serve liquor then?
So he'll.
so they can serve
yeah,
beer, wine,
booze,
liquor,
yeah.
yep, mimosa.
Well, hopefully he makes good of it once, Jesus Christ.
Right,
And
right.
he expands his
So-
hours once.
I think I did move them to the new new,
Did he have to pay 10 Gs for that?
But
then?
10 grand?
no.
No,
So they had a regular, so there's 29 regular licenses. Those are non-$10,000 feed licenses. If one of those goes up and is now back in the mix, whoever comes back, they can get that, and they don't have to pay that 10. Anything over 29,000, or 29 licenses though are the reserve, those are the $10,000 tickets. Those are all we have available now, because Valentine picked up one and, Two Bonitas.
So, okay.
So we're back at 29 full, and then we have reserves, and any $10,000 we get now, that's ours, it's in our pocket.
Right.
Anything we don't refund, we, obviously, you guys know this is what.
put it in the alderman's budget
I'm
That's just
glad-
impediment to
for-
doing
You
business.
know, right.
parade candy.
But the bar league likes to peel it off.
Well, and that was, because
I
I
know
was,
it was to force people to buy existing.
correct, I was in the business, so it protected original business.
It's a mom and pop corner bar that
Yep.
wanted out. So.
Yep,
Right, I get it,
yep.
because
I did.
sometimes it was just cheap, easier. to
Oh,
go
no,
to
it's
the
money
place.
talks at the state level.
Anything
so.
new on Three Cellars?
Nope, haven't heard a thing.
Seems to have a lot of cars there.
They run out, the offices upstairs they use for, they have another business.
Oh, okay, there you go.
The guy does, from what I remember, it's some kind of trucking district or.
It's definitely not Sean,
Logistics.
though.
No, because I had heard rumors that there used to be a hotel there and folks were.
Oh, that was years and years and years ago,
Yeah.
dozens.
Yeah, there are rooms still on the
Yeah,
north,
the
south
rooms are
side.
still being used
Yeah,
as hotel
whatever.
rooms.
I don't think so.
For rent by
There's
the
not
hour.
that much
No
traffic.
harm, no foul, right?
Make sure you wear a mask though.
Socially distance. On that
Right.
date, yeah.
All right.
All right, we done?
We better
Jason?
drop
I
You
guess
need
you
to make
do.
a motion on that.
Oh.
Rich, I'll let you do it.
Sure. Let's go back to page 1. Okay, Dukenyak move to approve the alcoholic beverage license applications for the period July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022, submitted as per listed,
Can you make that rest of it too?
with issuance subject to final departmental and inspection approvals and payment of any fees due.
There you go, Gil seconds.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No.
And then adjourn that?
Motion to adjourn.
Gil moves to adjourn.
I'll second it. All in favor, say aye.
Wow, aye.
Awesome.
No opposed?